Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is beginning of the month for the month of January tarot oracle reading. And Virgo, you are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not Virgo, we still all have a little bit of Virgo in us. If you have your birth chart, which house is Virgo in, that is where this energy will show up for you. My goal is to provide valuable information to empower you. Please remember, this is a general or collective reading, so parts of it may or may not resonate with you. I've already shuffled the cards. I'm just giving them a quick cut and shuffle now. And we'll begin with the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck, which is the Knight of Swords. So we begin this reading off. We have the Knight of Swords, which is some form of communication coming in. So we can see the Knight of Swords is in a hurry here. Sometimes this is considered like fool's rush in kind of energy, but he is clearly wanting to get somewhere quickly. He's running through barren land and he's against the wind. As you can see, the trees are going this way and his horse is really stressed out. So this energy is saying it's an urgent message, or he's just in a hurry himself. The one thing about this card, this energy, is we can't really see the point of his sword. He has it up, but we can't see the point. So it may be that it's not information that is clear in its entirety. And this energy, in the old days, the knights worked for the kings and the queens and the rest of the court, the royal court. And they would deliver messages far and wide by horse. And of course, those were always in person. These days, the energy is more like, or the communication is more likely to come in by email or text, or it could be a social media post, a letter, that kind of energy. There's a phone call. There's so many ways now that we can communicate in the blink of an eye. And also, the characters in the tarot are all archetypes. So this could also be a female in her masculine energy, as well as a male in their masculine energy. So this is, there's some sort of communication coming in, and it's coming in quickly here, soon. And that's the underlying energy for the reading. And then we have justice coming in. So this may be a message of it could be a court proceeding, or, you know, like justice in the legal court. It's also representing the justice card. She's sitting in between two pillars here, two extremes, good and evil, you know, that kind of energy, light or dark, positive, negative, weak or strong. And she is, this veil in the background here represents the veil between the spiritual world and the physical world. So this can be justice also in the spiritual world, as well as on the physical. So we'll see if there's any more cards coming in to clarify that. We have, for the first card out, so this is clarifying the internal forces within you. So the things that keep you up at night, asking, what if I do this? What if this happens? And what if this happens and I do that? That kind of energy. So this is someone who's in a mental trap. Like, it's kind of talking about being trapped in some sort of mental energy. And so this can quite often represent overthinking. And it represents someone who feels duty bound in that they can't escape from whatever this is they're thinking about. They can't find a solution to the problem. But having said that, you know, this energy is bound up. And so this sometimes represents being duty bound, feeling like it's your duty to stay in a situation that is bothering you. And also being blindfolded, like, to the possibilities of how you could solve this problem and just walk away. Because, I mean, there's nothing stopping this person from moving forward. It's just themselves, their own thoughts that are keeping them where they are. And it does look, though, that there's this is the Eight of Swords. And so each of these swords, these 7 in the back there, it looks like they are things that have been in your thoughts, that were in your past, that you are satisfied that you've, you know, solved, and it's just this one here, this big problem here. So it's on another level, because we had this justice coming in and the rushing. This sometimes can, besides being a mental prison, it can also be an actual physical prison, like someone has broken the law. And then we have the Ten of Cups coming in. So once this problem is solved and justice comes in, it looks like you're like due for ultimate fulfillment. And so this energy talks about, you know, having the perfect partner that you love, and children you love, and a home in the country maybe that you love, having, you know, the career you love, like that kind of energy. So quite often this does mean romantic love, but it also means loving your life, your family, the home where you live, the place where you are, your career, all of that. This is ultimate fulfillment. And then we have the Ace of Cups coming in. And so the Ace of Cups is talking usually about romantic love. And this is a perfect person for you coming in. And it's a gift from the divine, like from God himself. And this is an energy of being in the flow, like, and having this perfect partner that will really strengthen, that the two of you will get along so well together and be able to do wonderful things together. The water represents the never-ending flow of the love, and you know how it just keeps your cup will just keep getting filled. So the divine is divinely pleased with you and wants to reward you with the perfect person for you. And I'm getting that, okay, this energy here, this communication, we don't really have any players, but this one here that is coming in with the message, or some form of communication. So we don't know yet, you know, you could be this person here, or you could be this person that's already here. So this energy is either past, present, or future. And so what this represents is at this time, maybe this hasn't come in yet because you're still here, but there is going to be justice served. And this energy is about juggling and multitasking. So it could represent someone who's very busy. You might be like so busy that you're producing more quantity than quality, or your life is more quantity than quality. So you don't have time for anything but the rat race kind of energy. And juggling, like always having, like running here, running there, super busy. And the other thing that this card can represent is juggling your options. And so this card says juggle your options, but never juggle your morals. And I'm just noticing that, you know, the color red is really standing out, and the justice of the red, and even the red on the on this. And so I feel this energy is something somebody's been juggling. This can come up as being like some sort of juggling morals about money, and it could like represent identity theft, forgery, that kind of energy, you know. And it's kind of like in the background, these waves represent something that gained momentum, and so it might have started off small, but then it became bigger and bigger, and now it's like in the forefront, and justice needs to be served. So I hope this isn't you, collective, but we'll see here. This could also represent someone doing this to you, and that's put you in this position. We have the 10 of Wands, and we can see that you're carrying a burden that doesn't belong to you. So these wands are very heavy. These represent actions from you or others, but they're ones that you have decided to carry, and the ones that you have planted. So this could say this is about you because you were, who you were working with or whatever. It could be that, who your partner is. It also could be just this back and forth energy within you. This represents someone who's almost there. This card is saying, don't quit now, you're almost home. These wands, if they represent what you planted, they're heavy with fruit. Like the harvest, it's time to harvest the seeds that you planted, and they've grown to be, heavy, but that's a good thing because they're full of fruit. So this is talking about, you know, if these are burdens that don't belong to you, then you need to put some of these down and you'll get home quicker. You know, you like, don't carry burdens that don't belong to you. And then look at the Fools, so happy they're on their journey then. And in this, I feel like once this energy is cleared up, that you will be able to move into a new way of living. Like and it's really the perfect timing for this right now, because we are moving into, you know, from 2025 to 2026 very soon here. What is it today? It'll be Christmas when so Merry Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. And I hope that you have more this energy for Christmas than this. The 10 of, because you have the 10 of Cups and you also have the 10 of Wands, so it's kind of like in between kind of energy. And that kind of represents this. A lot of justice is becoming neutral to the two extremes, so that you can get neutral to the actions that you need to take in between to get into this energy where you're on, you know, the 0 point and you're ready to go. Now, the 2025 year is the end of a 9-year cycle, or like almost a decade of energy, because 2 + 2 + 5 = 9, and 9 represents the end, or like the end of a cycle. And so we're not just moving from 2025 into 2026. We're moving from like almost a decade-long cycle into a totally new cycle. And so a lot of people are really feeling this energy right now. It's kind of making people like antsy and wanting to, you know, get whatever they're working on done now. And that's a really good idea, so that you can start on this new journey in the new year fresh, right? And because in 2026, 2 + 2 + 6 is 10, and you break that down, 1 + 0 = 1. It's a whole new cycle, and like another completely new cycle. So it's going to be very different. This energy here is talking about right now how you feel. This is how you identify with this, that you feel like duty bound in a mental prison. You have this is your abundance and self-worth. Like you know you're worth a lot. This is the most that you can be worth. And then we have the communication from your early life. I'm just getting, you had a lot of love. That you were very loved, very favored, like to, you know, have a happy life. And this is, but there is some juggling of your home and family and your emotional foundation. So perhaps your parents got divorced or something when you were younger, and it started off really happy, and then there was a lot of burdens that everybody had to carry because maybe one of them left, right, and went on a new journey. That's the kind of energy that I'm picking up. And then we have, so this is about creativity and your romantic life in that. So it's like your love life is supposed to be really fulfilling, but it's become burdensome for some reason. Or this is what you experienced as a child, that kind of energy. And this is about this, whatever, when this change happens, when this justice comes in, this is going to allow you to have way more time, your daily routine. Maybe you're juggling 2 jobs right now to make ends meet. And this is saying, excuse me, that everything's going to improve because your daily, day-to-day business, you'll be able to have more time for yourself. And as soon as I started talking about this energy being burdensome, I'm like, just like caught, like I feel like my throat just went super dry quickly. Yeah, really disappointed. I feel like you cried so many tears, that you were so disappointed in someone that, like you just cried so many tears, like you can't even, like your throat's dry and you don't have any tears left to dry. Like it's not, you know, it's kind of the opposite of this. And this represents, quite often, this can represent either a relationship where you were in, where you gave the person 3 chances, 3 strikes, and you're out. And they want to come back with another chance. But this represents the divine sending in a cup of love for you instead. And so this could be, you know, you've been, or this could be like you've been in 3 different serious relationships and none of them worked out, and you're really disappointed in love in general. And this energy The universe is offering you another cup. God is saying, here, take this cup of love. This person's going to be perfect for you. But you're reluctant because you're like, man, if it's the same old shift here, I'm not interested. I don't ever want to have to go through that again. But God is saying, no, this one is going to put you on a different journey. It's time. And yes, this one's going to give you a lot of opportunities. So here's the Seven of Cups. This is very similar to one of the other readings I did yesterday. And this, or it might have been earlier this morning, that there's Seven of Cups coming in this after disappointment in love. So these cups represent all these new opportunities. Like you're a blank slate, you're like an empty black hole just waiting to be filled with all these cups of love. And so this is representing different things that you love and want to have. And all of those that you have, you have so much choice after you make this decision. So whatever this cup is, this cup of love is, it feels like it's romantic love because of this, but it could be, yeah, it feels like it's romantic love, but there could be something deeper to it, because it feels like with this energy and justice, let's see what this justice is about. So whatever you were doing here, whatever you were carrying home, you were standing your ground, and you had conviction beyond a doubt that what you were doing was the right thing. So you were like in your integrity, you were, but perhaps other people weren't. And so you had to protect your integrity. And it could have been something like you worked with people, maybe you had a business and some employees ran off with some of the harvest, right? And you had to then work double the time so that you could pay off clients or something like that. That's the kind of energy I'm picking up. And it's also like this person is standing on high ground, but they had to rush to defend themselves. Like there's these other wands look like they belong to other people that want to fight. And this energy is like he's got two different shoes on his feet. So this is, one's a boot and one's a shoe. So it was like you didn't even have time to put the correct shoes on, or you didn't know which person you needed to be in this moment. The guy that has kicks someone in the butt because they have a boot, or the professional guy, that's the energy I'm picking up. So, and so it's required a lot of patience from you. And this is the Sagittarian energy. Sagittarius is about this fire, this wands. But we had a new moon on December 19th, 20th, and that was in Sagittarius. And that new moon was about getting into the new and pouring into yourself, right? And so maybe you didn't catch it then, and now the universe is saying, hey, here's another cup. You deserve to pour into yourself. You deserve to have this love. Maybe you didn't take this cup of love when it was offered because you were too busy carrying other people's burdens. And now, whatever this was, justice was served, because this is some communication about that, and you're no longer in this state. And that you now want to fight for what's yours, for all the choices that should belong to you. That's the kind of energy I'm picking up. So that's pretty awesome, that part of it. And we have the shift disturber. So the shift disturber is this is a walking contradiction, like totally different from this energy. This energy is talking about conviction beyond a doubt. You know what you know. And this energy is talking about they've planted there's two swords planted here, and then there's 5 that they're sneaking off with. And like they're looking at the past, but moving forward, and they're on tiptoe. So it's kind of like an energy of, and you know how red the boots are, it's kind of like so different from this energy. And this is like the 7 of Wands, and this is the 7 of Swords. So this is about taking action, and this is about taking action on your thoughts, and this is taking action on your passion. That's the difference here. So this doesn't always mean a thief, but with this other energy here, it definitely could. And it could talk about like the kind of like white collar crime, like, you know, identity theft, because we have 2 swords here planted and carrying off the rest, you know. It could talk about forgery, that kind of thing, like that kind of energy. And maybe that's what you've had to deal with. And let's see some more here. Yeah, like that you had put 8 cups into something, and those 8 cups were very disappointing. In particular, the last 3 that are sitting on top here. And so this is somebody who has decided to walk away. Like, just, I'm done. I'm not dealing with this anymore. You see this here? This wand? This is like this stock, this stake here. And so this is like, this person's left these cups and they're walking away for something new. And this represents the new moon. And then we have that was on the 19th, 20th. And on the full moon, we have the full moon in Cancer energy. And that is like about being like really emotional. And maybe you're just going to release the last of the emotion. And then we're in Capricorn energy now. We moved out of Sagittarius energy, also on that new moon. So it's about now, it's about Capricorn energy is making consistent steps of action to get what you want now. And so to start moving into having these opportunities that should belong to you. And this can also mean that you're leaving these and you're picking up, you know, there's 10 cups, right? So here you are willing to take this one because you're pouring from 2 cups here. So it could be some sort of energy like that. And then we have the Chariot coming in. So the Chariot is regarding the energy of, this is like your divine path and you're on it and it's moving in quickly. It's going to come in with the new year is what I'm getting. And so that's the energy for the external forces. And so if you're enjoying this reading, please do like and comment. It really does help me build my channel. I'm going to clarify these cards now with energy from my oracle. This is talesfromthevector.com. That's, whoops, there's the card that wants to come out. Okay. I was just about to say that this is the energy I just was tuning in, but this is, these cards have a tendency to pop out. So I haven't quite completed the deck yet. I'm planning to bring it out. I finished all the paintings in 2020. I started it in 2007. And I have all the paintings done now, but I'm working on now getting the manual together, the book that goes with the information that goes with it by working with you online here. And so in the description box below, I will have the cards, the numbers. These cards have numbers on them, and that is the order that they appear on my website, talesfromthevector.com. That's TAILS from thevector.com. And so that energy is, it'll be like in the order that they appear here, and you can check out the pictures if you want, like of the images for the oracle. And it is courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. So here we go. The card that came out was the Hierophant. So this information is coming in from, the Hierophant represents justice. Some sort of judgment has been made, and that is the information that is coming in. This is traditional structure. This is like courts of law or that kind of energy. So this is some sort of information or documentation coming in, or some court order or something like that. And it is saying that justice will be served, whatever this was that was taken from you. And then we have the Emperor. So the Emperor is a very well-respected individual that is all about performance. They're all 4 kings from the minor arcana rolled into one person. And so the Emperor is someone that you would go to for justice. If it could be a judge or something, you know, like someone that's in the upper, you know, the Supreme Court, that kind of energy. And the Emperor is also like, you know, the King of Cups. So there's a lot of, he has really good control of his emotions. and the King of Swords. So he has really good control of his mind. He has a very disciplined mind, and he's all about performance and making sure. So his job, whatever this emperor is representing, someone whose job it is to bring in justice. So that's who's going to do it. So we've got the Hierophant and the Emperor. So it's like this isn't just a small thing. This is something that needs to be dealt with, kind of energy. And then we have a trauma queen here. So one of the major accomplices in life, and this is kind of like someone that created a lot of drama, and it's kind of like put you in a position, I feel like, where you don't know what to do. Should you fight? Should you run? Should I fight for it? Should I run from it? Or like, I'm just stuck here. I don't know what to do. That kind of energy. And so then we have the Hangman. But this is sitting on the 10 of Cups. So the Hangman is when you don't know what to do. It's better not to do something until you do know what to do. So the Hangman hangs from the Tree of Knowledge upside down so that he can get a different perspective. So he can look at the situation from all angles and decide what it is he's going to do. And when he gets the enlightenment, the aura around his head is like, bright. It's time to come down from the Tree of Knowledge and then apply that knowledge to the situation. And we have the High Priestess. So this is talking about using your intuition as well as your logic. So you're overthinking is what I'm getting. You're using too much of the logic and you're not really looking deep within yourself for the solution. So basically it's saying you could ask the question with your logical mind and then go and meditate and pray, and whatever answer comes up, use your intuition to be creative. And then if the answer comes to you, and it'll be like in an aha moment, that you then apply that logically to improve your situation. But also, like, it may have been like you were really in a position where you didn't, some sort of drama happened, and it might have been with someone that you were dating, or that was in a partnership or relationship with you, or it could have been a family member or something, and you finally had to report it, like you had to do something about it because it was just too much drama. And the Chariot is coming in here twice. So this juggling of energy, juggling of morals, that kind of energy, like I feel like there was some sort of white collar crime happened. Because, that's what it feels like. And being sort of trapped in this energy, because it could have been your partner. This could be a business partner, or it could be someone that you were in a love relationship with. And then we have Aries coming in here. So this is about being versus doing and having to juggle that, right? Being able to be your authentic self and move forward with that energy, with your masculine and your feminine qualities. Your masculine is your electric and your feminine is your magnetic. So the feminine attracts the energy and the ability to make things happen. And the masculine energy is electric. It makes it happen. So when the two work really well together, then you can release a lot of burdens. And so again, this is saying, going into this new year, the 10 year is going to be like you're on a new journey, like an infant at the beginning of the zodiac. So, and this is representing the first house, how you identify with yourself. So it's going to be like you're on a totally different path once this is cleared up. Perhaps you were blamed for something that you didn't do, that kind of energy. Then we have lack of awareness. And so it's kind of like a lot of missed opportunities because of this energy, because you were not aware of what was going on. And then when you became aware, look at how much energy you had to invest in it, to clear it up. And it's kind of like it wasn't your actions I'm getting, but it was someone close to you. And if it was a business partner or, your partner in life, of course, it's going to have a major effect on you. And then we have here the Magician and the energetic upgrade. So that's what's saying this disappointment will be gone. Take the extra cup of love that the universe is handing you. You deserve it. And that starts with yourself. So like getting out of this position and getting into a better position so that you have many opportunities and choices when it comes to love. That's the energy I'm getting. And then and because you're in that place then, and because you love yourself and you've upgraded your energy, you're going to attract a better person to be with, that kind of energy. Yeah, so the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Perhaps the person you were with seemed like they had good intentions, but they never did. And, you know, they were juggling their morals. And maybe you had more money than them because, you know, you have all these cups and, you know, this is talking like a lot of abundance and a hardworking person. Like you put energy into what you know, like you're not a slacker. Let me put it to you that way. And yes, so there was some sort of abuse of power, and you had to fight for what was yours. And you did, though. You got up and you fought for it. And then we have the Aquarius energy. So this is about, you know, recognizing, I'm just getting that if you're going to get back in the dating world, to date, like to actually go out with several people and try different people, like experiment a bit, you know, like to see what, you know, maybe you were all, like when it came to love, you were always picking the same type. And like God is saying, no, you need someone totally different from that type because it's not working out for you, that type. That type is not, and it also has to do with your vibration. Like once you decide that you're going to adopt this new way that's better, then of course you're going to attract better. And it's mentioning the moon again here. So this is reckless, abandon, W-R-E-C-K. So this is saying that then you can anticipate your journey by using this new, like instead of getting serious on the first date, allowing yourself to have several dates and, you know, compare, like, hey, how did this person make me feel? How did I feel with this person? And then, like, if the first date goes really well, double up on it and go on another date, you know, with that same person. And then Taurus. So this is about learning how to give and receive. And I feel like these babies are coming up. Like this is Aries, the infant, and now we have Taurus energy is like the toddler. And this is about learning how much to give and how much to take. I'm getting that you were pouring more work into whatever this was, whether it was a relationship or whether it was a business or something. And because you were so busy pouring all your energy into it, you got burdened by all the, you know, all the work and also by the problems created by this other person. But once justice comes in, then you'll be freed of that. This can also represent law and order. So there does seem, and this can represent jail. So let's see here. This is Pisces, an authority figure coming in and cleaning this up. So I really do feel, and this could be someone stole from you in your business, and you know you put all this work into it, and then they took what was yours, and took what was supposed to be your happiness, like what you know, and you worked like 8 cups is like there's only 10, right? So instead of getting this 10, you ended up getting like, you know, 3 disappointing cups, and you know, it wasn't that good. So that's the energy. There's a lot of that kind of energy. And then we have shooting star. I just put that down upside down. So this is about having a really good attitude. And I'm getting that, you know, as you move through this energy, if this is just like, this could be past, present, and future. So, you know, this could be, have already happened, or it's about to happen, or it's happening right now. Okay, so I do hope you enjoyed this reading. Please do like and comment, and consider subscribing if you resonate with the channel. It would be an honor for me if you did so. I'm considering doing a bonus full moon reading for the 3rd because that moon keeps coming up and I feel like it'll be helpful. If I have time, I will do so, and otherwise, for sure, I will have a reading for you in mid-month. Bye for now.